Hi, it's Jeff Ondash, and welcome to Business as Usual. You know, we've been through a really trying time over the last couple of years with inflation hitting us. We had COVID before that. It seems like we just keep taking one left hook and then a right hook and then a shot to the belly, and we keep going, but it keeps setting us backwards. And one of the things, unfortunately, that's really been taken to task here, especially in the Mahoning Valley, is hunger and food and where to get it. And you go to a grocery store now and your $100 bill is probably getting you about $65 or $60 worth of groceries that you would have bought a couple years ago. I don't have to tell you that. You go to the grocery store, you know what it's like. And that's just trying to run your family. There's a lot of families out there that a lot of us take for granted, that, you know, we wake up and we go have our breakfast and we have our lunch and we have dinner, and we're able to do that for our families. There's so many families out there now that are hurting more than ever before. Inflation has done it. Sometimes lack of work has done it. Disability has done it. Being a senior, what we really cannot have in this area is juveniles, kids going to bed wondering if they're going to have breakfast tomorrow. It's worse than it ever is. But we are very fortunate in the Youngstown area to have this gentleman right here, Mr. Joe Lordi. He is the founder of the Youngstown Community Food Center. And what they do is they're a food bank. And you can actually go in there one day a week and get food for your family and get assistance. This is nothing that anybody has to be ashamed of. Everybody today is in a predicament that we weren't in a few years ago. Our dollar doesn't go as much, and especially if you're not working, you need help. And when you need help, this is one place you can start at for food. So let's talk a little bit about the history, Joe. You founded this, how many years ago? Way back in the 70s, right?
Almost 40 years ago.
40 years ago. And it happened right around the time that we lost the first gut punch for us here in the Valley.
77, 78, something like that, 79, I believe.
And is it okay if you're known as an independent food bank? You're on your own, you're not affiliated, it's just you and that's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the only one of its kind.
And one of the points that I want to make right now about this one, if you've never heard of it, it's because it's just a one-stop location. You service how many agencies? 40, 50, 60?
It's a week.
A week. So every week they're servicing about, let's say, 50 agencies with food, and those agencies' food pantries, and helping those people out. But what you probably don't know of, even if you've never heard of them before, is this is entirely volunteer based. You don't get one cent of funding from anywhere, correct?
We get no state or federal funds.
Nothing. So everything, when your light bill comes in and you have to put diesel fuel into your semi to go get food, that money has to come from somewhere.
We rely on corporations, individuals that send us donations, and churches put us on their missions group locally to help us.
And there is no one at your facility that is on a payroll?
No.
So I want you to let that sink in, folks.
It's all volunteer.
They are doing something for our community, which they should be lauded for, because it's an amazing thing. If you ever tried to run a business and know about overhead and what you have to have every month, you're going out selling products. They're not getting money for the food that they give away. They have no income, but they have expenses coming in every month, and they've got to pay. Everybody, the electric company wants their money, 30 days past the bill.
We've had it off a couple times,
Yeah. So it's a daunting task every week, especially when you're not having any funding from anywhere. You still have to pay these bills, but every penny they get in is from donations. That's incredible.
Yes.
That has got to be a never-ending, sleepless thing every night, hoping that those checks keep coming in.
Right. We can only do it with the help of the people and individuals and companies that help us out.
And I want to reiterate this one more time. In a day and age when some charities have officers making exorbitant amounts of money in all different types of charities out there, they have none. There's not one employee at this facility. They have about 20, 22 volunteers,
Yep.
including yourself. This is the guy that runs the forklift. This is the guy that picks up the food. This is the guy that opens it and closes it, gives out the food, and does everything. You're it. So hopefully you could clone yourself, because that's an awful lot to do.
It is.
Being volunteer based, you're sitting at 22. You're always in a need that you could have people come down and give you a hand, right?
Oh, there's things that they can do every day. I mean, a number of things. I mean, they have to be able to watch a video that explains how to handle goods, and once they go through that, that's required by the state. Then they can come on board, come down there whenever they can, and we're grateful. We let them know when we got trucks coming in, when goods are coming in, bakery goods, things that need packaged, fruit that needs packaged, and I'm blessed with a good crew.
So now, 3 days a week, you distribute the food agencies,
Yes.
the food pantries. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So that's when you're packing things up and taking them out to community agencies that help people that go there, correct?
Yes, we have one group that delivers to 100 seniors. First of the month, it's 75. They do twice a month. They do it, and we'll give them pallets, 4 to 5 pallets of assorted items, enough to give 15, 16 items to those. They take it back to their facility, box it up or bag it up, and then they deliver it to these high rises.
And this is all good food. This is all non-expired good food. It's overages from areas. It's food that there's a expiration date thing, so instead of letting it get expired, they bring it to you so you can get it out.
Some of it is expired, like some canned goods, you can get 3-4 years on it.
Off of an expired thing?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So we'll go through the product and see. Perishable goods, we try not to produce when it comes in. The guys will go through it, the grapes, the strawberries, or whatever. Make sure there's no problems with that. The lettuce, the fruit. We got apple growers that bring us apples. They'll go through the bins and sort them out and bag them up, put them in boxes. And depending on how many agencies we're going to have that week, as we let them know what we're going to have, I have a woman that'll text me and say, we're going to have 18 tomorrow or 15 tomorrow. So we make sure we give them each maybe a banana box full of apples or dairy products, depending on how many's on a pallet, divide that up into the 18 or 15, and that's how many cases they'll get. And this is all free to them. So.
And one of the other unique things about your place is that you just don't service Mahoning County. You service hungry people.
Whoever comes in, as long as they sign our form, show proof of eligibility, we have to track where this stuff goes. State requires that because of terrorism laws. If something is contaminated because it was terrorized, we want to track it and make sure, who we gave it to, so we can contact them and tell them don't use that product.
But everything is edible. Everything
Yes.
is good. It's all good food
Yes.
to eat.
They pick it out. I mean, we have it there on pallets and displayed, and if they don't want that, they don't have to take it. Some fruits, vegetables, they don't know, like artichokes, they might not want artichokes, pass it up and go to the cucumbers, tomatoes, or lettuce, or salad mix, or...
You've been doing this 40 years now. Would you say that it's getting better, or hunger is getting worse?
Oh, hunger by far is worse. I think
Especially over the last couple of years, it's got to be.
We're up about 18% over the last year.
That's over last year, which was up tremendously over
Yeah,
the year before, too.
When COVID hit, boy, that really put a hinder on us. And, most places were doing drive-throughs. We did, I think, 3 drive-throughs for the veterans. And those were big drive-throughs. We served like over 2,000 cars. 1 at the Canfield Fair, or 2 at the Canfield
I
Fair.
remember that. That
and
was
2 at the Cavelli Center. Yeah, it was 4 or 5 we did. That was a big task.
I'm astounded at the way it operates. I know how other agencies and how other people out there work, and they work it as a business. And to know that you're doing everything and no one is making a paycheck from this, and everything is totally volunteered, especially your time, and well, everybody's time is volunteered there.
Well, hopefully.
Keeping it going is just, thank you. That's all I could say. Thank you from the community, and thank you from all the people that come in. I know it's going to get worse. So we already know how bad it is. How could we make it better? How could people out watching right now and on our program, how can they help you? In what ways?
Well, when Greg contacted me and asked me if I'd want to come out and do an interview, I'm not good at this, really.
You're doing fine.
It's just, I said, yes, I appreciate the stuff that you guys collect and donate, so I got to do it to keep it going. You know, I don't want to lose that relationship, so I volunteered to come out.
Well, and getting the word out is most definitely.
It helps.
Because I did not know you existed until Greg called me. And, you know, we have to make more people cognizant of the fact that you are there. And if you know anything about Youngstown, you grew up on Youngstown, one of the most famous, iconic places of yesteryear was the Piatt Street Market. We all went there for our meats and breads, and it was a great thing. And they had some other vendors there, but that was a mainstay. It's no longer there, but you're there now,
I'm
correct?
there, yes, in the Piatt Street Market. It was the oldest farm market in the state of Ohio. And it was a shame that they didn't get involved and try to make it a historical market,
Yeah.
like the Flats in Cleveland or Columbus.
Gosh, I'm 65, and I could remember being 5 years old going there.
Me too.
That was a weekly thing.
Me too.
Because supermarkets weren't as, you know, that's back when you had butcher shops everywhere, and the Piatt Street Market was a fixture for your meats. The butchers that were in there were.
Well, I found out later the reason they didn't want to get involved is the Vitalis who owned the property there were related to Joey Naples somehow, and they didn't want to get involved, so they just let it go.
They let it go. What a shame.
Yeah, wow, I'm glad.
Well, you know what? It all worked out for the better.
I'm glad we did.
You're there. I'm going to throw this one. This is going to be a tough one for you. In 40 years, how many families do you think you've helped? Just ballpark it. How many? Probably 100,000.
Oh,
Easily
I'm
a
sure.
couple 100,000.
I'm sure it's over that. Yes, yes.
Has to be.
But it wouldn't have brought me to where I am today. I've been blessed with a lot of companies and individuals that supported us over the years. Some of the big names in our area are to top of the list. One of them is the 49ers. When they won their third or fourth Super Bowl, they had 4 charities invited to their event, and I got to meet Eddie DeBartolo. I got pictures with Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, and they're not that much taller than you. And I was surprised that each charity got $5,000, and that was a highlight of my career as far as sports goes.
So a couple little perks in there
Yeah.
for not getting paid, right?
Yes.
That's okay. So we want volunteers for you.
Yes.
If you're out there and you're watching this and you're having a sandwich, eating lunch, eating breakfast, whatever it is, and be thankful for it. Don't take it for granted like I do. Unfortunately, I'm blessed in that way. My children are blessed, but there are so many in this valley, especially right now, that are hurting for food. And we have to get the Youngstown Community Food Center as much help as we possibly can. So there's 4 ways we can do that. Number 1 is volunteers. Bodies are always needed there to help you unload, load, repackage, do things like that to get ready for distributing and also for Food Day. Another way would be then donations of food. Can they bring food to you?
Yes.
So they can
Yes.
come down on your days, which would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. They could bring you food down there and donate it to you.
Yes, we're there every day.
Okay.
Saturdays, Sundays.
Along with food, of course, food is the biggest thing here. But in an organization like this that is running totally off of 0 funding, if you're an individual and you're doing well and you can do it, if you're a corporation and you're doing well and you love this valley and you want to help out, then monetary donations are very, very needed because, again, they have 0, folks, 0 money coming in. Everything that they do what's it cost to to fill up a semi?
Fuel-wise,
Fuel-wise,
we spend about $2,500 a week.
a week, a
in
year,
fuel.
so that's in the 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spending, that's $78,000 just of fuel so they can go pick up food and bring it back so they could distribute it properly. That's just fuel. That doesn't count all the other overhead that they have, and they don't have any state money, any federal money, any grants, none of that's coming in. The only way this exists is because of the hard work that this gentleman's put into it and great people like you out there that have helped. So how do they donate, Joe? How can they donate? If they want to send you money, or is there a website they could go to? How do they do it?
Our website is the Youngstown Community Food Center.org, and there's a tab on there that you can hit if you want to donate to that site, or they can mail it to us. We're at 94 Pyatt Street, P-Y-A-T-T, Youngstown, Ohio, 44502. Like I said, if they want to drop stuff off, we're there Monday through Saturday. Sundays I'm there just to put fuel in the trailers because they got to run. I don't want them to run out. And I have some stores that I pick up baked goods on Sunday that I bring back down there. So they can drop it off, mail it, whatever it takes. Go on our website. We appreciate it.
Some people are born with a purpose, and you know what your purpose is.
Yes.
That's a very, very fortunate thing, because a lot of us go through life wondering what that is and keep searching for it and trying different things. You've been blessed enough that you know what your purpose is, and you're killing it. For what you've done there in terms of starting this from scratch with nothing and no money. And it's not that you're a financially well-off individual to fund all this. It's amazing, and you really need to be thanked so much from the community. And we need more Joe Lordis in this community doing things like this. Just a question here, a thought for me. How many more food banks can really survive in this area are needed?
Oh.
Is everybody getting service that needs to be serviced?
No. Just talk to the people that are in line to come down there. They'll tell you. Talk to the Veterans Administration. They'll tell you. I mean, there's people that can't get out. They're homebound. And, we get calls every week. Can you deliver? Can you deliver? I says, no, I'm sorry, but you can call 211, and there's groups out there that will deliver.
Yeah.
They can come to us and get the stuff and deliver, but we just don't have enough hands to do that.
211's a great thing for
Yes.
a lot of reasons.
Yes.
For food, for mental health, for addictions. Any time out there in TV land, any time that you have any kind of problem whatsoever, physically, mentally, just need somebody to talk to. If you're in need of food or help, 211, there's somebody there 24/7, 365 days a year, a trained individual to help you. That's a great point. It's a great resource that we have here in the state. Joe, I hope that we can do something for you. Again, the Youngstown Community Food Center, they're on Pyatt Street. Please, I'm begging you. I'm not asking you. I'm begging you. Let's all do something. Even if everybody in this area just send them $5. More if you can. If you can't send any money, maybe you could donate some of your time to help them out. But we cannot let something like this go. It needs to perpetuate here. There are too many people, less fortunate individuals, that are depending on you and me and him. And he's only one man, and he's done more than his share. So let's help him out. Let's help out the Youngstown Community Food Center. Let's get down there. Let's volunteer. Let's get down there, donate some food, and let's get down there and raise them some money, because, again, $78,000 just for fuel for one truck. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of what they have to do.
Well, that's our fleet of trucks.
That's your fleet of trucks?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, but still,
Yes.
78 grand
Yeah.
for
Oh.
1 year. And that's not all the rest of your expenses.
right.
It's not your light bill, your gas
Insurance.
bill. Yeah.
Yeah, just alone insurance.
But the fact, and please remember, sometimes when you give your money and you find out that, 90% of your dollar that you just gave goes to all upper management and overhead that's not needed, they have zero money that they get in. There's nothing that's donated goes to any salaries whatsoever. Even this guy, he runs the place, he founded the place, it doesn't take a penny. So please, Joe, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
And let's give the website again and a phone number and the address on how they can help you.
It's the Youngstown Community Food Center Incorporated.org is the website, and they can donate online there if they want to. And I just like to say God's in control, and He's moving a mountain. And then we got a little mountain down there at Pine Street, so I've seen it happen over the years. I've been blessed with people, with financial support, and hopefully we can be an example and be unique for what we do, and it'll come. So.
It's coming. Everybody needs to do a random act of kindness every day. Let your random act of kindness for today or tomorrow be a donation in some way, in either time or some money or some food to help them out. Not so much, when I say help them out, you're helping out your fellow neighbors.
Yes.
There's somebody on your street right now that doesn't know if they're going to wake up and have enough food to feed their kids in the morning. It's everywhere, and it's worse than it's ever been. And we just can't wait any longer for our government officials to really get the job done for us. So we're just going to have to do it ourselves, and we could do it. Joe,
Thank you
we're
very
gonna give
much.
you as much help as we can, buddy.
Appreciate it, Armstrong.
Thank you for everything you've done. God bless you and your family. You have a great week. You have a great month, and we're going to see you again with another Business as Usual. Please, if you watch this and it's touched you a little bit and it's ignited something, please share the word. Call your friends, put together a little party together, a donation party, do something to help them out. This agency really, really needs every bit that they can, because hunger is bigger and unfortunately more prevalent than it's ever been before. Let's stop it. Thank you again. You have a great rest of the month. Take care.